Hi. Today in this video, we'll see some most important and most repeated questions of grade 9th chapter polynomials. So it is divided into three sections. Section A, which will consist of 1 mark, section B, 2 or 3 marks, and section C will see of 4 mark questions. So let's get started. First one, root 2 is a polynomial of what degree? So in my previous video, I've already explained all the concepts. So root 2 is a constant polynomial. For any constant polynomial, the degree is always equal to 0. Next, zeros of the polynomial p of x, 2x plus 5 and p of x, ex plus f. So to find zeros, we will equate the polynomial to 0. So let's say 2x plus 5 equal to 0. From this, x is minus 5 by 2 and ex plus f equal to 0. From this, x is minus f by e. So to find zeros of the polynomial, equate the polynomial to 0 and find the value of x. So minus 5 by 2 and minus f by e is option D. Next, if p of x equal to x plus 5, then p of x plus p of minus x is equal to. So p of x value is already given to us. Let us find p of minus x. So p of minus x will be substituting negative x in place of x. So negative x plus 5. So now when we add both p of x plus p of minus x, which is minus x plus 5. So plus into minus will be minus, x and minus x cancel, 5 plus 5 is 10. So option C. Fourth, the value of the polynomial 5x minus 4x square plus 3 when x is equal to minus 1. So here we need to just find the value by substituting x as minus 1. So let's substitute 5 into minus 1 minus 4 into minus 1 whole square plus 3. So 5 into minus 1 is minus 5 minus 4 into, whenever the power is even, minus 1 becomes plus 1 plus 3. So minus 5 minus 4 plus 3, which is minus 9 plus 3 minus 6. So which is option A. Now next we have use suitable identity, find the value of 96 into 104. So we need to use some identity which suits this and which takes lesser time. Because it's MCQ, you need not waste more than, a minute. So 96 can be written as 100 minus 4 and 104 can be written as 100 plus 4. So here I can see that this is in the form of a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. So 100 square minus 4 square, which is 1 followed by 4, 0 minus 16, which will give you 9984. Option A. So this was section A MCQ. Now section B, you have some easy subjective types. So first question is 3 marks. You need to write the degree. So what is the degree? Degree is the highest power, highest exponent. So here we have the powers to be 3, 2 and 1. So the highest is 3. So here the answer is 3. Now here the power is 1. So the degree is 1. Now the polynomial is 0. So this is 0 polynomial. So for 0 polynomial, we have already discussed, for any 0 polynomial, the degree is always undefined. Very important. It might come in MCQs also. For 0 polynomial, the degree is undefined. For constant polynomial, the degree is 0. Now next one, factorize. Now this is, it's very clear that we need to use an identity. So to use an identity, I think it will be x square plus y square plus z square plus 2ab plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx, that identity. So for that, we need to first find x, y, z values. So 2x square, can I write this as root 2x whole square, because we want whole square to use the identity, plus y whole square plus. Now, how can I write 8? Here, if I say I have 2 root 2 also, isn't it? So 8 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2. 2 cube is 8. But how do I write this? if I write 2 root 2 whole square, let's see what do I get. 2 root 2 whole square means the square belongs to each and every. So 2 square and root 2 also repeating 2 times. So 2 into 2, 4. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. So 4 2 is 8. So I can write this as 2 root 2z whole square. Now, very important, I have different signs, right? So you need to know where to keep negative. So in this term, I have negative, and in this term, I have negative. So I need to identify what is my common variable. The common variable is x over here. So front of my x term, I will put a negative sign. So I have x square plus y square plus z square. And now the formula is plus 2xy. So plus 2 into x into y plus 2yz. 2 into y into z is 2 root 2z plus 2zx. 2 into z, which is 2 root 2z into x, which is minus root 2x. So when I open this, I will end up having the question. So your main aim should be to just find A, B, C value, X, Y, Z values. The remaining 3 terms, you can just use the formula and write. Now here we can use the formula X plus Y plus Z whole square is equal to X square plus Y square plus Z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. So it is very important to mention the identity. For that, you will have 1 or half mark, depending upon the weightage. Now, so this is x plus y plus z whole square. So what was x here? So the value of x was minus root 2x, y was y, and z was 2 root 2z. So the final answer will be x plus y plus z whole square. This is the final answer. I hope this is clear. And the negative sign, you need to make sure which variable is common. Front of that variable, you'll place a negative sign. Next, what are the possible expressions for division of cuboid whose volume is this one? Okay, so you can, factorize this by taking out common, right? So first, what do we take out common here? I think 4 and then k. So what do I get here? 12 divided by 4 is 3 and k is already taken out common. We have y square plus 8 divided by 4 is 2. K is already taken out common. So y is left minus 20 divided by 4 is 5. So this is one possible expression, but I can further, simplify this bracket part by, I think, splitting the middle term. So let us see how can we do. So how do we split the middle term? First term and last term is 15y square. So 15, you need to get 15, and the middle one you can simplify. You can split it into 2. 5, it can be minus 3y plus 5y. So 5 minus 3 will give you plus 2. So if I further do this, so I get 4k. Take out common here. 3y is common, so I get y minus 1. And here we can take 5 common. I get y minus 1. So you need to make sure that these bracket parts should be the same, else you have not done it right. So now here y minus 1 is common. So we are left out with 3y, and here we are left out with 5. So these are the two possible expressions you can do. One is this and one is this. I hope this is clear. Okay, next one is if p of x equal to this, evaluate this. So here basically you just need to substitute the values. First we'll find each value and then operation, add, subtract, whatever is there. So let's find first p of 2. P of 2 is 2 square minus 4 into 2 plus 3. It is basic normal substitution. 2 square is 4. 4 2s are 8 plus 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7 minus 8, which is minus 1. Next, p of minus 1, polynomial in negative 1. Substitute minus 1 in this expression. minus 1 whole square plus 4 into minus 1 plus 3. So when the power is even, the negative becomes positive. So minus 1 whole square is 1, minus into minus plus 4 plus 3. So 4 plus 3, 7 plus 1, 8. Now last one, P of 1 by 2. Substitute 1 by 2, 1 by 2 whole square minus 4 into 1 by 2 plus 3. So 1 by 2 whole square is 2 square is 4. I can reduce this. 2 ones are 2 twos are. Minus 2 plus 3. So 1 by 4 minus 2 plus 3 is plus 1. Whenever you see fraction, you will always take LCM. So here the LCM is 4. So 1 plus 4, which will come as 5 by 4. Now substitute in this value. So P of 2 is minus 1 minus P of negative 1 is 8 plus P of 1 by 2 is 5 by 4. I think these are the values. Yes. Now again you minus 1 minus 8 is minus 9 plus 5 by 4. Since you have a fraction, take LCM is 4. 9 into 4 minus 36 plus 5. Okay, 1 second. Do we have minus 1? Minus 1 and minus 8. Okay. All right. So minus 9. 9 into 4 is minus 36 plus 5, which will give us minus 31 by 4. This is it. So once we find each value and then just substitute. Next one. Yes. Check whether they are the multiple of P of X is a multiple of G of X or not. So when do we say that it's a multiple? If we get a remainder to be 0, only then we say that it's a multiple or a factor. So first we need to find, here we'll use the remainder theorem. So in remainder theorem, I've discussed in my previous video that we just have 2 steps. First step is to find the zeros of the divisor. So zeros of the divisor, that is x minus 2 equal to 0. From this x equal to 2. And the second step is substituting this value in the dividend. So P of 2 is equal to 2 cube minus 5 into 2 square plus 4 into 2 minus 3. 8 minus 2, 2 is 4, 4, 5 is 20 plus 8 minus 3. So 8 plus 8, 16 minus 20 minus 3 is minus 23. So 16 minus 23 will give you minus 7. So here we got the remainder which is not equal to 0. So it is not a multiple, not a multiple. If you get the remainder to be 0, only then it's a multiple. Next, try the B part. Again, step 1 is zeros of the divisor. So 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So from this, x is equal to minus 1 by 2. Second step is find the value, substitute this value in the dividend. So P of minus 1 by 2, which is 2 into minus 1 by 2 whole cube minus 11 into minus 1 by 2 whole square. So here we just substitute and then find out. 2 into minus 1 by 8 minus 11 into, now the power is even, minus 1 by 2 whole square becomes plus 1 by 4 minus into minus plus 4 by 2 plus 5. So 2 ones are 2 fours are 8 minus 1 by 4 minus 11 by 4. 2 ones, 2 twos are 4. 2 plus 5 is 7. So here we can take the LCM. 4 is the LCM. Minus 1 minus 11 plus 7 4s 28. So minus 12 plus 28 will give you, minus 12 plus 28 will give you 16 plus 16 by 4, which is 4. Again, this is not equal to 0. That means it is not a factor. I hope this is clear. Now, next question is section C. Here we'll have some moderate yet very important subjective questions. Now, for what value of m is x cube minus 2mx square plus 16 divisible by x plus 2. So divisible by x plus 2, it is very clear. Let us take this as p of x and let us take this as g of x. So it is divisible by 2. That means the remainder is 0. So first step is you will find the divisor equal to 0. So x plus 2 equal to 0, which is x equal to minus 2. Since it is divisible, since it is a factor, therefore, the next step is substituting the value. P of minus 2 will be equal to 0. You will equate it to 0 because it is divisible. It's a factor. Now substitute this in this as negative 2. So minus 2 whole cube minus 2m into minus 2 whole square plus 16 equal to 0. Minus 8 minus 2m into 4 plus 16 equal to 0. So 16 minus 8 is 8 minus 8m equal to 0. So 8 equal to 8m and hence m equal to 1. Since it was a divisibility, it was a factor, I equated this to 0. Very important. The steps for factor and remainder theorem remains the same. Next question. If x plus 2a is a factor of this, find a. Now again it's given it's a factor. So again the remainder will be 0 because it is exactly divisible. So first step is equating the divisor to be 0. So x plus 2a equal to 0. From this x equal to minus 2. Now since it's a factor, therefore p of minus 2a equal to 0. Here you can write factor theorem. You need to mention the factor theorem statement because that will also carry some marks. Now substitute minus 2a whole power 5 minus 4a square into minus 2a whole cube plus 2 into minus 2a plus 2a plus 3 equal to 0. So here, since the power is negative, you will have, since the power is odd, you will have a negative sign. 2 power 5 is 32, a power 5 minus 4a square into minus 2 cube is 8, a cube plus into minus 4a plus 2a plus 3 equal to 0. Now minus 32 a power 5 minus into minus plus 8 into 4 32 a square into a cube is a power 5 minus 4a plus 2a is minus 2a plus 3 equal to 0. So plus 32 a power 5 minus 32 a power 5 can be cancelled. So here you have minus 2a plus 3 equal to 0. From this, 3 equal to 2a minus 2a transferred. So a will be equal to 3 by 2. I hope this is clear. Now next, 13th question. If polynomial az cube plus 4z square plus 3z minus 4 and x cube minus 4z plus a leaves same remainder. Very important, remainders are same. That means you can equate both the remainders. When divided by z minus 3, this is the divisor, the g of x. Find a. So basically, first step is what? Divisor equal to 0. From this, we get the value of z. Now this value you will substitute. Let me take this as p of x and this as q of x. So this value you will substitute in each because both are divided by the same divisor. So p of 3 and q of 3 you will find. Also given that they leave the same remainder. Same remainder means the remainder of p of 3 is same as the remainder of q of 3. So I can equate here itself. So then let's find out the value of a. So z is what? 3 cube plus 4 into 3 square plus 3 into 3 minus 4 equal to, now q of 3 cube minus 4, sorry, this is z, minus 4 into 3 plus a. So here I have equated the remainders because they leave the same remainder. You can also find P of 3, remainder for P of 3, remainder for Q of 3, and at the end you can equate. You can do that as well. Now 3 cube is 27a plus 3 square, 9 into 4, 36 plus 3 into 3, 9 minus 4 equal to 27 minus 12 plus a. So now 27a plus 9 minus 4 is 5. 36 plus 5 is 41 is equal to a plus 27 minus 12 is 15. Now let's get all a terms one side and constants one side. So 27a plus a, get it to the other side, minus a equal to 15 minus 41. 26a is equal to 15 minus 41 will give you minus 26. So a is equal to minus 26 by 26, which is minus 1. So the value of a is minus 1. So everywhere it is just factor and remainder theorem, which has only 2 steps. Now next is one of the most important question which has come multiple times. Without actual division, prove that, let us take this, P of x is divisible by G of x. So divisible means the remainder should be 0. So first, how do we do this? So first step is the divisor to be equated to 0. So first let us equate the divisor to be 0. Now here we can clearly see that this is a quadratic polynomial. So you will have 2 zeros in it. So how do we find them? By splitting the middle term. So how do we split the middle term? Your product of first and last is 2. And you need to split the middle term. So 3 can be written as minus 2x minus 1x. Will give you minus 3x. Now what is common here? X. So x minus 2. And here what is common? 1. Again x minus 2. Because minus into minus will give you plus. When you do so, you need to make sure that the bracket parts are same. Only then it is correct. So now x minus 2 is common. Then you have x minus 1. So these are the 2 zeros. From this, what are the values of x? X is 2 and 1. So once we equate the divisor to be 0, the next step is substituting the zeros in the dividend. So we got 2 zeros. Both the zeros will be substituted in the dividend. So we will find first P of 2. P of 2 is substituting 2 in x. So 2 into 2 power 4 minus 5 into 2 cube plus 2 into 2 square minus 2 plus 2. So this becomes 2 power 5, which is 32, minus 2 cube is 8. 8 minus 5 is 40, plus 2 square, 4 into 2 is 8, plus minus cancel. So 32 plus 8, 40 minus 40 is equal to 0. So P of 2 is equal to 0. Similarly, we also need to find P of 1. Let's take P of 1, substituting x as 1. 2 into 1 power 4 minus 5 into 1 cube plus 2 into 1 square minus 1 plus 2. So 2 minus 5 plus 2 minus 1 plus 2. So let's add all the positive terms. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. Minus 5 minus 1 is minus 6. Plus 6 minus 6 cancel. So this is also 0. So which means P of 2 is 0. P of 1 is also 0. Therefore, P of x is divisible by G of x because the remainder is 0. I hope this is clear. It's very easy. You just have 2 steps. First step is equating the divisor to 0, basically finding the zeros of the divisor and then substituting those zeros in the dividend and see what is the remainder. If the remainder is 0, that means it is divisible. If the remainder is not 0, that means it is not divisible.